International Journal of Health Policy and Management. Quality and speed are our culture and the keys to our success. Welcome to the audio summary section of the International Journal of Health Policy and Management.
The Realise Guidance is a major collaborative effort to improve the way real-world data and real-world evidence are used to support drug reimbursement decision-making across Asia. At its core, this work responds to a growing global recognition that while randomized clinical trials remain the gold standard for evaluating drug efficacy, they don't always reflect how treatments perform in everyday clinical practice or in diverse populations, especially in Asian settings where patients may be underrepresented in the pivotal trials. Real-world data, and this can include electronic health records, insurance claims, registries, and patient-reported data, they capture what actually happens across broader, more varied patient groups. When these data are analysed rigorously, they become real-world evidence that can complement clinical trials and help decision makers understand safety, effectiveness, patterns of use, and outcomes in real clinical settings. In response to the need for more structured and consistent use of real-world evidence for health technology and reimbursement specifically, the Real-World Data in Asia for Health Technology Assessment in Reimbursement Working Group, or REALISE as it's known, brought together experts from 11 Asian health systems, academia, and international partners to develop a non-binding guidance document. And this document was developed through a structured and iterative process, which began with a needs assessment survey among member jurisdictions, followed by 2 in-person workshops, a literature review, and interviews. The document was then reviewed and refined by all working group members and an international advisory panel. The guidance focuses on 3 fundamental themes. First, it helps decision makers decide when real-world evidence is appropriate and useful, especially in situations where clinical trial evidence is limited, not fully representative of local populations, or in some cases not available at all. Second, it outlines what types of real-world data should be collected, where these data can be found, and how they can be collected using robust methods. And third, the guidance describes how to translate real-world data into reliable evidence through rigorous study design and analysis, with attention to issues like confounding, bias, and transparency in methods. Across the participating jurisdictions, there was general acceptance of real-world evidence as supplementary to traditional clinical trial evidence in health technology assessment. However, only a few of the jurisdictions had detailed standards or requirements for how to collect and submit real-world data and real-world evidence in the HTA dossiers. This highlighted an important gap. While many systems are ready to use real-world evidence, they often lack clear, agreed-upon practices for doing so consistently and transparently. A key contribution of the REALISE guidance is that it brings regional context to this issue. While other international real-world evidence frameworks exist, many are developed in Europe or North America and may not fully reflect the realities of Asian health systems. REALISE acknowledges the diversity of healthcare infrastructures, data systems, and policy environments across Asia, and offers flexible, non-prescriptive recommendations that each jurisdiction can adapt to its own needs. The guidance also incorporates good practices for ensuring data quality, study design, and reporting, with the aim of improving confidence in real-world evidence among both data generators and users. Overall, the REALISE guidance serves as a foundation to strengthen how real-world data are collected and used in Asia. It aims to improve the quality and relevance of evidence feeding into reimbursement decisions, support more informed and equitable healthcare policies, help countries learn from each other, and ultimately help ensure that patients have timely access to effective treatments. Thank you.